and I played him a song on the piano, and I was scared to death because I'm thinking he's not gonna like the song, and he stopped me after I played it, and he said, "Why didn't you do a whole album like this? You write great melodies, and your melodies are simple and catchy like a Beatles tune. Like you write like the Beatles."
By the time the weekend comes, we'll all be one, united underneath the clear blue skies.
A great friend of ours is back again. She has new music, Elisa Fiorillo. We know her many different times she's visited our show, and just recently with the Minneapolis Funk All-Stars featuring St. Paul Peterson. Elisa Fiorillo, hello, and how are you doing in Vegas this morning?
I'm staying inside because it's 109 degrees out.
Wow, yeah.
Pretty.
I don't want to rub it in, but we've got 67 degrees here. It's
Oh,
Saratoga Springs, New
wow.
York.
I'm moving tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know. It's nice out there. How was the gig out in California, Vibrato?
Packed, filled with lots of love for Prince. It was his birthday, so it was emotional and exciting and fun always with the Funk All Stars and Paul. They're like my brothers, and
Yeah,
just getting to perform Prince's music and just to have all the people in the audience, feel like they're at a Prince concert again. You know,
right. Yeah,
it's a great thing to be able to give that back. So that's why I do it.
that's right. And,
Yeah.
and it seems that from the pictures, yeah, you're right. The place is packed and great reviews from everyone. So,
Oh, too. So I was
yeah.
sweating.
Well, you did two shows that night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
7:30 and 9:30, I think it was.
You notice a difference in the crowd early and late?
The earlier crowd was a little more crazy, and I think we
Oh,
had
wow.
more fun with them. But I think the older crowd, maybe the later crowd might have been a little tired. It was a little later, so maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was a great night all around. And it's so cool when after I get off stage and people come up to you and you say take pictures and say hi, and they have like your old albums, and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I kind of fell off the planet for a long time to think that people still have my stuff. Really
Yeah. Yeah.
made me feel like, okay, well, maybe I should be doing this still. So
So after a gig yourself, how long does it take you to wind down?
it used to take me longer. Now I'm older, so
Okay.
I usually will go home, I'll take a nice shower, and I'll just be flat out in the bed.
And
Like,
that's it. Yeah.
yeah. But the old days, it used to take me about couple hours to get wound down from the excitement,
Right.
fun of it all. But
Yeah. We're all progressing and the
all
clock
there.
is ticking, right? Yeah.
Yes.
You mentioned, of course, the anniversary of Prince's passing, 10 years. How difficult after his passing, getting in the feel for coming into a group of, you mentioned your brothers, the Funk All-Stars, finding a place where you could still carry the music that you love and we all love forward. Is it really difficult to start?
Not that difficult, only because I feel like he wouldn't have brought us all together and made us kind of do this. Like I feel like there's something happening when we work together because everybody gets to share their stories, even in the band, of experiences they'd had with Prince and some that not a lot of people have heard.
Right.
So it's funny how I got to talking to Dr. Fink about the time I had gone to Ireland with Prince, or he had flown me out, and he was there, but he didn't remember me. And I'm like, I was at that concert. So it's like
Right.
crazy how, we put the stories together and we're like, wait a minute, I was
You were
there.
there in the same room?
And Paul Peterson played on my I Am
Yeah.
album. And so
Track
did,
number 7, I think.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oliver
Right.
Leeper co-wrote
Right.
a song called Ain't Right on my album. So it's just a full circle moment to like have us all come back together, and it just reiterates how much of a family we are. And
Yeah.
it's just a beautiful thing. We had a really interesting conversation about music last time we were in at Vibrato at breakfast. We were talking about how how hard it is to be an independent artist nowadays and put your music out there because everything's given away for free. It's not like you can make money on music. But we started talking about how important it was as artists just to create and just to put it out regardless of you making money. It's not about that. Like it comes to me, I've been writing for years, but I've kind of been hibernating too, just doing life, being a
Right.
mom, being a real estate agent and trying to make ends meet. And after Prince passed, it's like I had to figure out other gigs and work. But it's like The Godfather. It always pulls you back in.
Yeah.
And I couldn't help when I met my lovely husband, and we got married. He plays the bass like nobody's business, and he sings and he writes. And he kind of came to me and he's like, "Do you want to write a song?" And I'm like, "Yeah, play something on guitar. Just play anything." And it just was so organic and natural. Like I had been holding in all of these ideas for years. And finally, I had somebody to bounce it off of and work with. So we ended up writing like 30 songs that
Wow.
never came out yet. So I have my own vault, right?
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's a good problem to have.
So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just basically putting it out there. I don't need to be Taylor Swift. I don't need to have a record deal. I'm too old for that. Not that I'm too old, but I just want to perform live and I want to put my music out there because I want to heal what's going on in the world. That's my, and I think because I'm doing it for those reasons, it's going to touch people and affect people, and that means more to me than money. So,
Exactly. And we love the new single Clear Blue Skies. When we posted the link in the story that you posted, I had a couple musicians already who took a listen. They love it as well. So
yay!
yeah, so keep putting it out. You got 30 tracks, but let work this one a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The making of Clear Blue Skies, you mentioned your husband Carlos. You also worked with a producer out of Mexico, and you were raving about him as well, right?
Mario Lagsby.
Yeah.
He's a very dear friend of my husband's, and my husband has recorded for him on many projects. I told him send me his bio because I don't I don't know who, but he
Right.
has a company in Mexico called California Viva la Musica, and he just kind of basically offered to, because he heard one of our songs and he said, just send me whatever you can do. I'll produce it, send it back to you. You guys do the vocal. Carlos puts the bass on it. We get some of our musician friends to put their parts on, send it back. He mixes it, and boom, we got a song. And he just put it out, like just threw it out there.
Right.
And I was like, wait, I gotta tell all my guys. I gotta tell Joe Kelley, and I gotta get David and Silva on, and I gotta promote it. I just don't throw
Right.
it out there, but it doesn't matter. I just wanted
Yeah.
it. But sorry. The song came to us. It's kind of crazy how it happened. We were actually at Costco, and I was in the frozen section, and I started to cry because of what had happened in Minnesota with ice.
Right.
And, Minnesota is very dear to my heart. I've been there. It's like my second home. And I just felt awful for all that was going on. And so, without getting political, because I'm not right, left, center, I'm just independently want the world to be at peace.
Right. Yeah.
I do believe that what happened to Alex Purdy and Renee Good should not have happened. And so in the song, I don't know if you recognize
Yeah. Yeah. In the
verse.
middle of the song. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
I'm getting pretty good at running from them because everybody's got opinions on display.
Right.
Every day you wake up, you wonder, is this real? Is this AI?
Yeah.
What's going on? And then you end up fighting. Like the first verse is basically family members and I don't agree on a lot of stuff. And the fighting wrecks the relationship. There's somebody that you've loved your whole life over politics, and I'm just like, okay, just I want everybody to have their own opinions. That's great. But can we just kiss on Monday? Maybe hold hands Tuesday.
Right.
And then by the time the weekend comes, we'll all be one, united underneath a clear blue sky.
Right.
It came to me. And I remember coming out of Costco and my husband's like, "Why are you crying?" And I said, "Because," and here I go, I'm going to get emotional.
Right.
A long time ago, when I first started writing music, it was when I was working with Prince, so when I was 19. And I played him a song on the piano, and I was scared to death because I'm thinking he's not gonna like the song. And he stopped me after I played it, and he said, "Why didn't you do a whole album like this?" And I'm like, "Because I didn't think it was any good." And he's like, "You write great melodies, and your melodies are simple and catchy like a Beatles tune. Like you write like the Beatles." And I'm like, "Oh my God."
Right.
At 19, I was like, "Wow, thank you." And he kept instilling in me how important it was to be an artist, to express yourself, to share with the world and fix the world and try to help the world because it's a mess.
Yeah.
And so I came out of Costco thinking, like for years, I just kind of put my music aside and just thought, I don't want to be an artist. It's too much work. I don't want to be the schmoozer at the record labels and try to get my songs cut. And I kind of just gave up and got very jaded about it. And I said, "You know what? Prince is telling me that I have to write this. Like it's coming to me because that's his home. And what's
Right.
happening in his home, it needs to be addressed in a peaceful, beautiful light, And I thought, okay, I felt like I had this big, huge responsibility at one time, and then I felt like it wasn't my responsibility at all. And I know artists can take that on, and people are like, "Stay out of politics, stay out of this, you're just a writer or a singer." But it comes through me, and there's a reason for it. And
Right.
that's all that I can say is that we thought of that lyric, and we thought of what we wanted to say, and now I'm getting all kinds of great feedback from people saying, "Oh my God, this just cheered up my morning," and I put it on and it's just got this light breezy kind of thing. And so, yeah.
Yeah. I give it a A+. It's already getting like 4 to 5 spins a day. So on our Musicians Reveal radio. So yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not going anywhere. I've got unlimited space on the channel. So
Terrific.
yeah. So that's great. And people can get it from all different platforms,
All the
right?
different Spotify, Amazon, YouTube, da, da, da. And people have asked, "Are you putting out an album?" And I'm like, well, I have enough for an album. I know that nowadays a lot of people do like vinyl again. So I've got to get with the program. I've been out of commission for a while.
Right.
So I know CDs aren't selling, right? That people don't play
Yeah.
CDs anymore. 8-tracks are definitely gone.
Yeah.
and
The cassettes. That's what I'm doing now every day, digitizing the radio shows and interviews I've been doing this since 82. So it's like, I'm just trying to get it on the digital so it doesn't get destroyed, the tape. So
Right.
yeah.
So maybe I might end up taking a chunk of the songs that we've written. Maybe I'll release them one at a time, and then I'll just do one whole album and just make a vinyl and sell
Right.
it at shows. Or
Yeah, with albums, did Prince ever say anything to you or the band about? Because I know one time he made a comment about not putting out albums until he really felt something was cohesive. Did he ever mention anything about albums and singles and that kind of thing?
just that nowadays a lot of people don't make albums. They don't have the cohesive thing from the beginning to the end like they used to. So
Right.
it's kind of sad. Now that I've just said that, maybe I shouldn't put out another single and just get my cohesive album and put it out
Yeah.
after this. So, I'll think about that one.
Get that vinyl pressed, have some at the shows. Because that's a great thing. I mean, you're gigging, and not just with the Funk All-Stars, you're doing your own gigs and collaboration. You were with Clint Holmes' wife, I think, right?
Yes.
Did you do a gig? Yeah.
Yes, she always gets me to do crazy stuff. I love her. It's like being on Carol Burnett show.
Right.
She actually had me. I was Bruno Mars and she was Miley Cyrus at one time.
Okay.
She was Linda Ronstadt and I was Aaron Neville for a night
Okay. Wow.
we did. And last week we just did our famous Barbra Streisand and Neil Diamond, and it's quite hilarious. She has these fake Groucho Marx eyebrows just with tape on
Okay.
her head. And when she sweats, of course, they fall off. And so I'm sitting there trying to put her eyebrows back on her head,
Yeah, right.
singing "You Don't Bring Me Flowers," which we changed the lyrics, so it's pretty funny.
Right.
But yeah,
Um,
I do shows with her, and
right.
I'm doing my own show. The Purple Tapestry is the name
Okay.
of the show. And yes, it has purple in it because it's about, my time with Prince.
Right.
But the word tapestry just shows all the different styles of music, all the different things that I've dabbled in my career, my hits, plus the new stuff, plus the jazz that I love singing. And that's always been my issue is I've always liked singing everything. So
Right.
pigeonhole me or say that I'm, going to be in this box is just not going to happen. I'm just
Right.
going to stay there. I mean, just the other night I sang an Edie Gourmet song at this
Right.
awesome,
Oh, big influence on you. Yeah.
piano party. Jim Caruso's piano party. He does it, cast party in New York at Birdland. And they came to the Smith Center and Clint Holmes said, "You need to do this." And I'm like, okay. So I got up, I did it in the wrong key for a chick singer moment. I picked the wrong key, but somehow I got through it. It was very low
Yeah.
for me. So then I went up the octave at the end, and thank God I hit the note. But it was quite scary there for a minute. Touch and go.
Well, the Vegas gigs is it really competitive to get the gigs? Because you're doing quite a number of them. Is it really tough?
I don't do a lot of Vegas gigs because I'm usually touring with Paul.
Okay.
But when I do them, I'd like to do them few and far between because you have to sell tickets. And
Okay.
if you're everywhere all the time and you're there for free, who's going to buy a ticket, especially in this economy? So I have a gig on October 28th, which is a little far out, but might as well tell you about it now.
Yeah. Talk about it. Yeah.
It's going to be at the Italian American Club, which is a beautiful restaurant. They have music nightly, which is amazing. And I'm going to do my Purple Tapestry show. So the Purple Tapestry, I decided I'm going to write a book as well. And
Yeah.
it's called The Purple Tapestry. I was going to hold out on that, but I'm 14 chapters in, and
Wow.
it's quite a book. Let me just say that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's about your whole journey, your whole life, and up
Whole
to this
journey.
point, right?
Beginning.
Yeah.
Yes.
How about writing words and thoughts for a book as opposed to writing music? Any difference, or do you get the block on both ends?
With writing music, it has to happen when it happens, and usually it'll happen while I'm sleeping and I wake up with a melody and I have to grab my phone and find my voice memo to sing the idea. With the writing of the book, it's flowing. Like I got on the airplane because I hate flying and I'm like trying to distract myself. And I wrote 3 chapters on a 3-hour flight. It just,
Whoa.
and
Yeah.
I guess I've been holding a lot in. It was emotionally a little draining to kind of go back and remember a lot of the stuff that I had forgotten. Some not so good stuff that happened, my Me Too moments and that kind of stuff. But, I feel it's therapeutic. It's helpful for others, especially young people getting in the music business. And my journey's been kind of crazy, up and down, relationships, different things that have happened, working with Prince,
Yeah.
with him again, my husband passing from suicide, which was
Right.
not something that I ever expected to happen. And then, still having to go on and raise my daughter and do keep life going,
Yeah. And then meeting Carlos and
And
another love of your life.
Yes,
Yeah.
probably the best love of my life. I
Right.
can say that 100.
So he's getting 2 more chapters, right? In the
No,
book.
he's getting a lot of chapters.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
He's brought me back to life. I
That's
lost
good, yeah.
myself a lot in my previous marriage. I downplayed who I was. I did a lot of, kind of holding back who I was just to keep the other person from not feeling too overwhelmed by all that was, happening in my life. I mean, it's hard to be married to somebody that, tours with Prince, I guess.
Yeah.
And so it took a lot out of me. My soul needed serious healing. And having Carlos in my life has been such a blessing. It's really musically, and I just feel alive again. So it's great.
Happy for you. That's
Happy
great.
ending.
Yeah. Yeah. On a side note, you were involved in a traffic incident lately in Las Vegas that really shook you up, right?
Oh God, yeah. These people drive like crazy people. It was a green light, and it was like, it didn't just turn green, it was green. And I'm driving through the intersection like a normal person would. And the person from the left turn lane just decides to turn while I'm going like 40 miles per hour. I screeched on my brakes. I literally missed the car about this much. And my heart was like, oh my God, that just happened. It definitely would have deployed the airbag, but I missed him. So the angels are looking out for me.
Yeah.
So now every intersection I go through, even if it's green, I'm looking now.
Yeah, I do that
Out
because
my phone.
yeah, you look left, you look right, you look left again. And yeah, in Vegas, because you're mentioning the Vegas traffic. When we were there last time, my dad and his wife picked us up at the airport. My wife never met my dad's wife. I said, I'm just going to warn you, she's not the best driver,
Oh,
so
boy.
she's driving. My dad doesn't drive anymore. My wife sits in the front seat with her. And the first thing she says to my wife was, how's your vision? She's like, why? She goes, oh, you're going to have to help me like look out on the side of the road while I drive.
Oh my
See,
God.
I was right.
Maybe it was her in the left lane.
Yeah, that's true. Was it a black SUV?
Oh, I don't remember. It
Yeah.
flashed too fast.
Could have been, yeah. Because she was driving and pointing out the landmarks all around. Oh, there's the spear, there's this,
A
and
tour guide while she's driving.
yeah. I was thinking about it. I was watching. It was Welcome to America a couple of days ago, and I was really realizing Prince gave You Live and Shelby such a big spotlight on that tour with the vocals, and he really changed how he was designing shows, right?
Yeah, no, he loved having us sing. He put us up there and wanted us all to be showcased. And I when I saw Shelby at the 10-year anniversary in LA we did with Maite for the
Yeah.
charities, Shelby pulled me aside. She's like, "You, me, and Liv need to do a show. Maybe I'll talk to Candy." And I said, "Talk to Candy. I'd love to gear up and do a show." I mean, that would be brilliant, because each of us could do our own material, and then we can come together and do a lot of the Prince stuff that we did together, and even the covers we did, like "Make You Feel My Love," the Dylan song, and I mean, I would love it. I'd love to sing with my sisters again. So hopefully we'll make that happen.
Yeah, I mean, people would love that. Even maybe record a song or two as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The
And you
blend,
even brought, go
he
ahead.
knew what he was doing when he put us together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He, and you also had Ida come up just for harmonizing for a bit of that song, the Dylan song.
He
Yeah.
did, and Cassie. Cassie was on keys.
Oh,
and-
that's right. Yeah.
so it was
How
all
about, yeah, with those covers like that, did you or anybody else in the band have any input in
he
telling
brought
Prince?
one that brought Angel, and he brought Make You Feel My Love. And then he had us sing, gosh, what was the name of that song? Liv and I did it.
The Roxy music?
No, it was Liana La Havas. It was a song that she had recorded. So we did that a couple nights. Shelby did Misty Blue. That was fun.
Right.
We got to hear little doo-wop girls in the back.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he just loved the blend. He loved the voices. He loved women's voices, and especially if they can sing,
Yeah. How about he was notorious when he was recording vocals, sending everybody out of the way. He was the only one. Was he still doing that towards the end?
Actually, he had us recording our own vocals.
Okay.
Basically set up the mic in the control room like he would do vocals. He didn't even put us in the booth. And he's like, I want you guys to record this. And you guys, here's the button. This is what you push. And this is how
Right.
you stop it. And this is how you rewind. I'm going to step out. You guys do your vocals. And we were like, okay. And we did.
Yeah.
And we did a good job.
Yeah.
On
It was,
to America backgrounds.
yeah. Welcome to America, of course. And how about himself? Was he still doing it by himself? No one around his own vocals?
Yeah, definitely.
Still, yeah.
We never got to see him do his own vocals. Never.
Why do you think he would choose something like that? Because it's, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe because he was used to doing it that way, and he just it obviously worked.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't dispute. Right.
I mean, the way he layered harmonies, I remember thinking a couple of times, "What are we doing? Is this gonna work?" You know, and then suddenly when I heard it back, I'm like, "Wow, that really worked." So now I'm really good at hearing those crazy, weird harmonies to kind of throw them in my songs. So I learned a lot in the studio from him.
Yeah. It was definitely going to like super grad, not going for the PhD in music.
I got a PhD in musicology.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you got it. The last time I saw you was 2013 at Mohegan Sun in Connecticut.
My
It was, I saw the last show there. And,
Okay.
that was that difficult? Like, because there were so many musicians. You had the funk musician, then you had,
Yeah.
the stripped down version. What
Yeah.
was that difficult to get adjusted to?
Not really. I think that was towards the end. Oops, sorry, my dog's barking.
That's
Um,
okay.
uh, it was towards the end of the big band, the
Right.
horn
The
section.
horns. Yeah.
So we blended. I remember we did the sweeter he is, the longer the game is gonna last. But I remember him throwing the towel at me. Were you
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's the night I went.
Oh,
Janelle
okay.
Monáe and Dougie Fresh was in
Thrown at my
between.
head.
Yeah.
And I remember we did a little after show. Did you go to that?
No, I was talking with Shelby and we had to be back, but there was an after show that night.
After show, because I remember because I was exhausted and somebody gave me, and I don't drink.
Okay.
So someone gave me a shot of, what was it? Crown Royale or something? What's in that purple bag?
I don't know. I stopped drinking in 91.
Okay.
So,
Whatever that was, it was like
Yeah.
warm. It was like a warm thing. So, because my throat was hurting. So
Okay.
they're like, drink this and you'll feel just fine.
Right.
So I did. And then I kind of was very, very outgoing when I drink. I was very outgoing. And I remember Adrian Crutchfield and Marcus Anderson and Bernard Jackson, they were all wearing all white.
okay.
And I was on stage looking at them, and on the microphone, I said, "You guys look like the Good Humor guys.
Wow.
I want an ice cream."
Right.
From there, it just went south, and everybody laughed. It was funny.
Where did you do the after show? Because I know they have the Wolf Den.
An actual, like a ballroom inside of the.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Prince was supposed to come, but I think he walked in, he might have heard that, and then he left.
He didn't want to hear what was next. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, geez, somebody gave Elisa a little shot." No,
That was the night where he came out on a hand cart for Janelle Monáe's set. You ever see that picture?
no.
It was the set Janelle Monáe opened up. All of a sudden, someone wheels Prince on like one of those hand carts you use to move
Yeah,
things.
that's right, like a
And
dolly.
Yeah, it looked like he had the hat and the sunglasses. Yeah, Dolly. Yeah. That was different.
That was different.
Yeah, but it was nice, but that's kind of going towards the last performances you did
Yeah,
with
that
him,
was
right?
around the last performances, which in my book I kind of I went through all the old, the old, not tour books, but our lists, all my calendar, my whole calendar. I wrote every single date, so I have dates. So when I look at the date, I'll try to remember a memory, and then I share it, and then it's been very cathartic and beautiful to think back to all the times we were on the road.
When was the last gigs that you did with him? I think you told me before, but
It was at the Palladium in LA.
okay.
He did a show, and I remember Liv Warfield had released her record, and we were, well, she opened up for Prince.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blackwell
So
was playing drums for Liv or no?
no, I think it was Hannah at that time.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. 2014. And then,
That's around the time it
yeah.
ended for us.
Yeah. He didn't let you know, like, we're going to take a break, or you just kind of have to say, he's not
No,
calling us?
he did call me and he said, and this is crazy. He said, "Yeah, we're not going to probably have much going on, but you need to write. You need to write songs and get your songs cut by people. You need to sit at home, make cookies for your daughter in your slippers, and collect checks." That's what he said. And I'm like, "So how are you going to help me make this happen?
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Give me a publishing deal?"
Right.
Of course, at that time, that was when he had me send him some of my songs, and I
Right.
sent him two of the songs that he fell in love with was a song called "Staring Back at You" and "This Old House of Mine," which he called me and he said, "I want to buy them." And I'm like, "What do you mean buy them?" He's like, "I'll have Julia or whatever send you an email." So I get an email, and I didn't even get an email. I just got money in my bank,
Wow.
a lot of money. And I
Right.
was, "What the heck is this?" So I asked, and they said, "Oh, that's your part of the money for your two songs." I'm like, "Well, don't I need to sign anything?" And they're like, "No." I'm like, "Wow."
Yeah.
I think that was my, like, "You're not going to be working. Here's your
Yeah.
parting gift."
Yeah. 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 That's, you're going to be okay, but you're not going to
Right.
be doing anything for a while. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's kind of what I think happened. But it was a nice gesture, and it was definitely to help boost my ego with my writing and made me think, maybe I do need to keep writing and singing. So
Did you get any hint if he ever recorded the songs before he passed?
never did. There was another song, and he loved it, but it was already on one of my albums. It was called Lollipop Ice Cream.
Yeah. Yeah. We played that. Yeah.
And he said, "Where was this song when I was doing Around the World in a Day?" I was like, "I didn't write it yet."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Well, maybe I should get Dr. Fink on that one and redo it and see what Fink comes up with, because he was there at that time." But I
Right.
think it has like it has that Beatles type thing. And it's got, I think adding horns instead of strings, maybe make it a little more Beatles. My friend Niall, who I've worked with for many years, he did my Labor of Love album,
Okay.
my jazz album. He just called me actually before we talked, and he's like, "You need to do Lollipop Ice Cream and reinvent it and make it more Beatlesque and give it some Ringo drums and like have Fink put his keyboards on it and just recreate it and put it out." I'm like, okay, well, might do it.
Yeah. Hey, yourself and Carlos, you got the instruments and everything, and
Yeah,
you know, no
self-contained.
limit, self-contained, no limits on the studio time either.
Exactly.
Yeah. Um, I noticed in one of your posts you hashtag Jelly Bean Benitez. Is he involved in any music at all?
No, it's just that I think all the people that remembered me from Who Found Who
Okay.
hadn't heard from me in decades. And so I figured if I hashtag him, then maybe all the people that know Jelly Bean will say, "Oh, yeah, that's that singer. Oh, she's still singing. Oh, she has new music." So I
Good
don't know.
strategy. Yeah.
Am I doing it right? Because I am completely clueless. I've asked my
Yeah.
12-year-old daughter to help me, but she doesn't have time to help
That's
mom.
right. She's busy. Yeah. How did her first year of college go? I mean, college away from home.
She's going to finish early.
Wow.
She's in her third year, and she'll be graduating next May. And while she's been doing that, she's been working full time at Dutch Bros. So mommy gets free coffee when she comes to town.
Right.
And now she's starring as the lead in Mean Girls up in Reno in August.
Oh, okay.
We're going to go see her perform, and she is definitely Broadway bound, this kid. She loves musical theater, and so I'm going to try to get her to go to New York with me, and we'll go sit in at Jim Caruso's piano party at Birdland, and you never know who she might meet when she sings.
Yeah. I mean, she's young and talented, so she can,
Sings
just like you
and
started out like that, right? Yeah.
yeah, somebody I know might have started like that.
Yeah, that's right. And she's still getting big royalty checks from Shelby J for North Carolina.
Yeah. Where are those checks?
Yeah, come on,
Help
Shelby.
me with college.
Right, right. Going back to those Philly days, I know your mom and dad hugely influential in your life. How about musically when you started going in a pop world? What was their response? You know, Star Search and then having your own record label.
Well, I started with singing standards. My dad was a classical pianist. My mom was a singer, so she would kind of get on me about how I was breathing. But I never really had vocal lessons until I did a play where I had to do opera and I had to figure out how to get into my head voice. So I actually studied with Marnie Nixon, who was the voice behind Natalie Wood in West Side Story, Deborah
Okay.
Kerr in My Fair Lady, and Audrey Hepburn in My Fair Lady, and Deborah Kerr in The King and I. So I actually studied with her for about a year. And when I got my record deal, I wanted to do like a Streisand record. That's what my heart was always in the standards, you know?
Right.
And Madonna was out, so of course they were trying to push that down my throat. You need to be a dance artist. Da 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 da. You're so young. You can do that later. So I just said, okay. I was just happy to have a record deal after winning Star Search. I didn't, have a clue. And so I put the record out, and it wasn't my type of music, but I did it, and I did
Right.
it well. And I think the Philly sound, my soul somehow got into it because people were like, "You sound like a black girl." I'm like, "Well, I guess I came from Philly. I'm Italian. I
Yeah.
don't." Prince
Hung
always,
out on South Street.
"You're not white." I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you mean?" And my nickname was Cornbread because Larry Graham had biscuit, so I was cornbread.
Yeah, Philly's got so much history. I only lived in Philly a couple years. It was 85 to 87, and it was like 15th and Spruce in Center City. And the
Oh,
neighborhood was like, it was a lot different. I mean, I had my apartment broken into, and, there were hookers all around the neighborhood and stuff.
lovely.
And now it's like music
Yes.
schools around there. Yeah,
Yeah.
real nice. Yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah. We, at the last time we were back was seeing Prince at the Academy of Music. So,
He played there?
yeah, he played there. It
There.
was like a hit and run. Najee was playing John Blackwell. You can actually see there's a
Oh,
bootleg video online that he played the Academy of Music in Philly. Geneva was dancing. Um,
well, I'll have to look that up.
yeah, Sean Stockman from Boys to Men. Is it Sean Stockman? He's got a podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, well, he came on stage as like, "Hey, come on the stage," and uh, it's tough. I mean, I've seen Chris Rock and Sean Stockman. It's tough to like blend in with the band.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now I think I've told you the story. We were waiting in line and he ran across Broad Street with Aaron, the bodyguard.
Oh,
While we
wow.
were waiting, they were doing sound check, but Prince wasn't in the venue yet. And all of a sudden he's running right through the line with the fans. And we're like, that was Prince. He sprinted 4 lanes across Broad Street. So, yeah, that would be him, I guess, right? Stuff like that. Yeah. Um, I was going to ask you about upcoming gigs. You said October 28th. Is
28th
that
at the Italian American Club here in
right?
Vegas. I've got a bunch of Paul gigs coming up. We're
That's
singing at
right.
the Special Olympics on July 21st in Minnesota. July 4th, we're going to be, I think it's Mystic River. I think that's the name of it. You could check his website, and I think it's on my website too.
ElisaFiorillo.com. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Good to be out in Minnesota. I know Sounds of Blackness is going to kick it off. The time might be out there. I don't know if the time you're doing it, but yeah, he's got you guys working.
we're,
That's great.
and I believe we're in Temecula August, the weekend, second weekend in August. We're opening for Sheila E. So
Oh, okay.
big old family affair.
Yeah. That's a massive like Prince associate tour. Do you
Right.
think it would ever happen or what would need to make it
I
right?
don't know. There's a lot of
Oh,
people.
yeah. There's a lot of, is it more to do with money or egos and
I don't
stuff
know
like
what
that?
it's to do with because I was a little taken back for this last celebration that I wasn't invited.
Yeah,
It
what's
was
with
a
that?
very, I looked at it like I know I was in LA for the 7th, but I was available before
Right.
that and
At
nobody
least the invite should be extended. Most
exactly.
definitely. Yeah.
Well, I was a little not I was just a little hurt.
Yeah,
Like it would
yeah.
be nice to have been on stage with Liv and Shelby.
Yeah.
Like it felt like there was a missing piece, but and the twins had said something on Facebook like, "We really missed you," and I'm like, "I would have come if somebody told me," But
I guess you got to have people
we
who
have a
know the
book thing.
history. Yeah.
I don't ask questions. I just it is what it is, and maybe one day I'll get invited.
I think I think people who know the history of Prince's career and those who were affiliated with him, that would be important because you definitely should be there.
I mean, he
Yeah.
was there twice in his lifetime.
Yeah,
Married
that's right.
and then 20 years later when I was 40 something.
Right.
I even found it was actually very cool. I played it for Paul and the guys. I found a voice recording. I had, an answering machine at one point, and I had a message, two messages, three messages actually. The first message was Prince calling from Japan, and he goes, "Mushi mushi, mushi mushi," and he bangs the phone and he goes, "Hello, hello, goodbye," and he hangs up. The second call was Gilbert, his assistant,
Right.
saying, "Call him back. Prince would like to speak with you. He's in this room under the name this." And I was like, okay. And then the third message was Prince again asking me to stay in LA a couple extra days because he was going to be back and he'd like to see me. And I tape recorded those messages and saved them. So
Wow.
I have those. And when I want to hear his voice, it's like right there. So
Make
it's,
another copy of it in
yeah,
case you hit the wrong button.
yeah,
Yeah.
I lost it, and I'm like, oh my God, I found it. And
Right.
I think my friend Niall was the one that put it on digitally for me, so
Okay.
I have
Right.
it forever. But when I get hurt or I think that they left me out, I just think, whatever. I have my memories. I've done my share. I know who I am, and I know what I've done, and that's why I'm writing the book because there's
Right.
plenty of stuff to read about.
Yeah. I know the fans don't think the way people who are putting events together. That's for sure. They'd
Yeah,
love to see you there. Yeah.
right.
I'd rather see you there and other musicians who might have gotten excluded than somebody
Right.
else who had nothing to do with Prince. And
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
So yeah. So all right, I'm gonna wrap this up with some rapid fire questions. I mean, you
Go.
could take your time. You don't have to just
Okay.
blurt out anything. All right. How
All
about your
right.
favorite? How about your favorite Prince album?
Ooh, probably. That's a hard one.
I should have sent you these.
Yeah. What was the album that Sometimes It Snows in April was on? Parade?
Parade. Yeah,
That's my favorite.
that's the one. Oh, okay. Wow. So this is like the 40th anniversary of it. So yeah.
Loved that movie. I know
Yeah.
it
So did I. Yeah.
got reamed every which way but from sideways, but I loved that movie. So
I
that's
know
my
I know your voice was in Graffiti Bridge, but I went to see Graffiti Bridge after flying back from Taiwan. I was visiting, but I went straight to the movie theater after JFK, and there were like three people in the movie theater, and I
wow.
said, "Wow,
Yeah.
were you around at all? Oh, the filming of that
Yep,
Graffiti
I was
Bridge? Yeah.
recording my album, I think, because that's
Oh,
when
okay.
he came in and said, "Can you sing on this?" And I'm like, "Okay." So I did, and
Right.
didn't know what I was singing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hear Morris's part to laughter, but that was
Right.
Prince.
Yeah, and also Diamonds and Pearls. You were
Yep,
on Daddy Pop.
and he was on the that tour where I flew to London to see him in Ireland. And while we were in London, then I recorded on the Diamonds and Pearls album with Rose there.
Right. Okay. Here's another question: the song by any artist that you wish you had recorded or written.
Oh, definitely if he walked into my life, Edie Gourmet.
Okay, wow. No hesitation on that.
It's probably one of my favorite go-to songs to sing because it's so emotional and you can just dig into the lyric and it's sad and it's beautiful and yeah, no, hands down.
That's it. Yeah. How about favorite venue that you performed in?
Wow. Wow, that's hard. I do love, love, love Myron's at the Smith Center here in Vegas. It's an
Okay.
incredible venue, has great sound, great lights. I'm sad that they took down the video wall because my show would have that. So my Purple Tapestry will not work there now because I need
Oh,
that video.
right.
And I would say, I mean, Madison Square Garden was insane just
Yeah, yeah.
to do that show. And actually, the LA Forum, my heart felt for that place because I wanted to help keep it alive with Prince because it had such history.
Right.
So that was a pretty amazing venue.
21 nights there, right?
21 nights.
Yeah. Are you happy with the DVD release, the Blu-ray?
No, I definitely am.
Yeah.
Someone just sent, my friend Niall just sent me a video of some other guy had recorded another night that wasn't on that release.
Right.
And it's in HD, like really clear. So I'm going to watch it. He said we sing Make You Feel My Love, and it's really clear. And I think it starts with joy and repetition in the beginning. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to watch that tonight.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, that's great when you can revisit something
Yeah.
you were an integral part of. Yeah. I did see Prince's first show ever at Madison Square Garden. It was on the
Oh,
Hit
wow.
and Run Parade tour on my birthday at Madison Square Garden.
Wow.
He did two shows. He did, back-to-back nights, and yeah, he was happy to play. I think he makes a comment, this is my first time here. And
Mm-hmm.
so, all right, one last quick question. How about dream collaboration, living or dead? Who would you have loved to?
Ooh, dream collaboration. Dream collaboration. Oh, ay, ay, ay. Hmm. Probably Prince.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to do a duet with him,
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like Sheena got to do,
Arms
what's
of
that?
Orion.
Eyes of Orion.
Right.
I would have loved to have recorded a duet, even though I had the opportunity to record with him, which is not a lot of people can say that.
Yeah.
Doing a duet with him that would be fun.
All right. This isn't rapid fire, but when you were on tour with Prince, did he ever change the song arrangement or anything? The song right shortly before you got on stage?
No,
No.
just would throw things at us that we hadn't rehearsed in a while, and then we had to, scramble to figure out, oh God, what were the background parts? And thank God Shelby took very, very good notes. Very type A personality, had it all in a list and
Okay.
we just turned to the page. What? Okay, these are the backgrounds. Okay, we're good.
Right.
We
Yeah.
had a machine. We were well oiled to be prepared for whatever was thrown at us. Right in itself really has helped me leading my band, and having my show and putting a show together and how to put a show together so that it's not just a bunch of ballads in a row or up tempos. You've got the ebb and the flow and
Yeah. The pacing. Yeah.
breaking it down and just having an upright bass in some parts where I do the jazz. So it really has helped as an artist to look at the full picture and really have a show come off like a show should.
Yeah. Well, you got the right, your soulmate. You guys can record, and he plays great upright bass, and he sings as well, right?
Yes. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Singing one of my favorite songs, Delirio, I think it is, Luis Miguel. He's gonna,
Okay. Yeah.
gonna sing that on the 28th, and oh boy,
There you go.
good one. Woo!
It's going to be one of those special songs.
Yes, all the
Yeah.
ladies will fall in love with my husband, but he's
That-
mine.
That's right. Yeah. Hands off.
Hands off, baby.
Right. Oh, that's pretty cool. You gave us a different view of your home, but the violins and
Oh, my grandfather made that violin. My great,
wow.
and
Okay.
then the other is from Greece. Those were both my father's. That
Okay.
was when students gave that to him. And then that lovely item I did myself with a Michaels wooden plaque from Michaels. The actual Elorza, which is my new last name, we got when we went to Barcelona. And then I got
Okay.
pieces and I strategically made a mosaic kind of thing. That's my little art. I think it's
Right.
good.
Yeah, yeah, it looks nice. Yeah. You've given us different views. I mean, you've got the Prince and all your
Right.
albums from your own.
The Purple Tapestry room.
That's right, the Purple Tapestry room, and that'll be exciting
Yes.
for Purple Tapestry and the book Purple Tapestry. You're cranking it out, and what's the next step once you finish writing it?
I think, I mean, there's, you can either self-publish or you can go through a publisher.
Right.
And with all the I've had with publishing companies, how they take a chunk of whatever and then they basically stick it on a shelf. And
Yeah.
yeah, you might have the stamp that says published, but
Right.
you're giving away all of your proceeds to them for doing nothing except
Right.
putting your stamp on it. So
Yeah.
I might just self-publish and sell it on Amazon and see
Yeah.
what happens.
Because I
then
mean, they could.
yeah,
Yeah, the publisher, they can push it back and they could say, "Oh, we don't want this chapter. Take this," and then you're kind of sacrificing what's in your heart.
right.
Yeah. So
I'm aiming to have it ready by December for Christmas.
right.
I have
Yeah.
to get it written and edited and all that by September, October. So I'm really trying really hard to get it done.
And you got to come by to talk books when that
Yes,
happens.
books,
Yeah.
share some stories.
Clear Blue Skies available now. Get it. We've got it. We've got it on Musicians Reveal Radio, heavy rotation. You can listen to the station. You'll be hearing it for sure. And the way people are digging it, it's gonna continue more.
Yay!
Yeah. So
Enjoy it.
thanks, Elisa.
Thank you so much, Joe.
All right. And say hi to Carlos.
I will. I'll tell
right.
him.
Okay. Thanks, Elisa.
Thanks.
By the time the weekend comes, we'll all be one. United.